there, Taurus. Welcome to your mid-December 2022 tarot update. It's Rena here. If you know what those two cards mean, you'd be laughing too. Oh, interesting. Okay. So you have several major arcana cards, and you know, the heart of the matter, the Seven of Cups. Sometimes this can indicate indecisiveness, or just overwhelm for some reason. If you're like for instance, let's say you're in between jobs and you have a bunch of job offers and you're not quite sure which one to take, that upper right one has a snake in it, so don't take that one. And even the one in the middle, that looks like a ghost. But the point is that it can indicate that the person is confused about something that they, when they're trying to take action, there's something that's making them confused about what should they do. And even the reason I laughed was in the past position, I got the card of, being at a stalemate, trying to make a choice. But the person is blindfolded. So, and the moon can indicate deception too sometimes. So the point is that sometimes people are trying to make a decision, but they're not quite sure. They're not really in tune with what is going on. So making a decision is not necessarily going to yield anything significant to them, because they're kind of, you could say, on the wrong track as it is. And I like to say too, with this Two of Swords and the blindfold, is that the person may think they have a choice to make, but they're really deluding themselves. And the Seven of Cups can be wishful thinking. So there might be something going on in your life where you're not happy with the situation, but you're and you know that you need to do something about the situation, but your kind of solution is to act like you have some choice in the matter when maybe you don't. And maybe that's the delusion that you're operating under, is that you actually have choice. The higher message is a World card. The bigger picture could be that you need to accept that a chapter in your life is over with. For instance, let's say that you have a child who is 18 or 19, and that's your last child, and you're trying to micromanage that child and forgetting that that child is now a legal adult. And you think that you have this power over them, that you're still this parent of a 9-year-old when they're actually 19. And this is when somebody doesn't want to relinquish control over a situation, when they refuse to accept that something is over with. And, like let's say your partner, you found out that your partner has been cheating and is involved in another relationship, and you're deciding whether or not to end the marriage. And maybe that's what the Two of Swords means to you. But really, it's not a choice. The marriage is likely over with. But maybe the other person is not going to admit that they are doing what they're doing, or if they have admitted it, if you caught them red-handed, they may just act, they want to have their cake and eat it too. Who knows? Whatever is going on, you have to see the truth in the situation. What crosses you is the Four of Cups. Now, cups relate to the emotions. So you can see the body language of this person. They have their arms crossed, which indicates dissatisfaction with their life, with a situation. The cloud is offering a cup. The cloud is like the universe offering that person love, but the person is not accepting it because it isn't what they want. That whatever that situation is unacceptable to them in some way. And, that can be the case, that the person is not happy with the situation as it is, and they want to have something different. And the problem is that we can't always, obviously we can't control what other people do, but we can, sometimes other people want to give us something, and it's too late. They have hurt us too many times. And it's possible that you're not in touch with your feelings. You may not realize how dissatisfied you are, because the Four of Cups is about dissatisfaction. And it's really about understanding that. I feel like Taurus is one of those signs that is kind of like capable of tolerating a lot of crap before they finally, agree to do something about a problem that they have. And maybe part of that is they don't want to change. They don't want to have upheaval in their life. But not honoring your dissatisfaction can create problems for you in other areas. Because, we have to honor our needs, And if you're not getting your needs met, then your relationship is probably in a dead end zone. And that's why the World card is there, because the World card is the last card of the major arcana. So it means that it's the end of a cycle. And sometimes people think like, oh, I was so in love when I first met this person, and they just think about that, but they don't really think about what they're dealing with right here and right now, which might be a completely different thing. What's coming in is the Hierophant. This is actually a card connected to you. Don't ask me why. I don't think it should be. I think it should be like Sag or something like that. But the Hierophant can indicate marriage, tradition, and also a sense of, the spiritual, but more to me of like the organized religion type of thing. So kind of like that dogma of like, you do this and you don't do that. So if this is a situation with maybe somebody asking you if you will take them back, I have a feeling that you would do that. And maybe you want to honor your marriage. Maybe you want to honor your religion. If it is anti-divorce, you want to honor that. And so that is ultimately what makes you feel safe, is to have this kind of these rules that you have to follow. And I think too, like for instance, the Seven of Cups, this might even be like a Pisces individual. And, maybe the World card for some of you is like the end of dating, the end of fooling around. You want to get married. Okay. So that could also be what the Two of Swords represents, is that you're indecisive about whether or not to commit yourself to this individual. And you might see certain things that you don't necessarily, or that you wonder about regarding them. But it's more likely that maybe this is, I'm wondering if this has something to do with Uranus being in Taurus and feeling that sense of freedom. The Seven of Cups might be like, I have all these choices I can make. And that actually will be enhanced when Jupiter goes into Taurus in May in your birthday month. So it's kind of funny. Now that I think about it, there could be a totally different meaning for some of you as it pertains to these cards. Because it's funny, the last two cards I got connect to Taurus. The outcome is the Empress, and this is the Earth Mother. You see Venus as her, like on the bottom of the chair there, the symbol of Venus. And this is kind of like sitting pretty. This can be a woman who is pregnant, and maybe she's like trying to settle down. And there are Taurus people. Not every Taurus person will easily settle down, because some of you have Venus in Gemini, other planets, personal planets in Gemini, or even like the Pisces. Like if you have the moon in Pisces, you might have a fickle nature, or Gemini, just certain fire energy like Sag, just kind of like you don't want to, feel that you're stuck in a relationship with somebody and it's just the same old, same old. Not all Taurus people are just like into those, that familiar kind of a routine. Some of you enjoy and welcome change more so. And with that transit with Uranus, I think some of you are really kind of breaking out of that mold and being more individualistic too. So there are so many different ways this can manifest. So anyway, I feel like it's kind of like, something is up in the air and you're not happy about something, but you're not acknowledging that you're not happy about it. But it's like you can fall back on your spiritual beliefs to get you through it in some cases. Because that could also be another thing that's going on too, is that if you're someone who is artistic, and a lot of you Taurus people are, you may be tired of the work that you're doing. With Swords, you could be doing mental work and it's not spiritual. Like if you're a teacher, but you're not feeling like you have that creativity. I mean, I said it's not spiritual, I meant it's not creative. And you may feel, and I do feel like teaching used to be creative, but now it's, a lot of times it's very regimented. And you might be feeling that frustration, and it's time to shift into a new phase. And the Empress is about artists and women who are pregnant. So that's another thing too. It's like, should I get pregnant? If I get pregnant, I'm going to have to quit this job. And I don't know if I want to quit this job. But you're not happy with this job, but you're not acknowledging that you're unhappy. Those kinds of themes. So anyway, that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that this resonated in some way. I know it's kind of a weird reading in a certain sense. If you would like a private reading, I am promoting my double astrology readings using your natal chart, called my deep dive readings, an hour of natal chart analysis, hour of transits for a special price. And I've got a package deal with the tarot as well called the whole enchilada. And I am also offering a sale through the end of this month, December 2022, of transits for 2023. And you can find out all of this at the link below. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.